Hello and welcome to the Design Jam session. I'm your host, Jay, and today we don't really have a podcast. Today we have something quite different. I haven't really gotten the time to do a podcast with someone because I'm just super busy with philanthropy. But someone did DM me on Instagram and showed me one of my projects that I did, and they wanted to break down how I did the design. So let me show it to you. So this was one of the projects that I did sometime last year, which was an exploration of an AI, artificial intelligence voice VUI. That's what they call it. And so this is the actual design that we did, and it should kind of mimic haptic feedback to create this sort of silky, liquidy effect on the screen. And they really wanted to know how I did it. So I'm going to break down how I did the ring and also the ripple at the beginning, but I won't go through the ripple because it takes quite some work, but it's fairly simple. So let's jump into After Effects. Right. So I think the first thing we're going to do is open a new composition. I'm just going to have it as 1920 by 1080 with a frame rate of 60. I always showcase my projects if they're UI projects at 60 because they're quite smooth. I also do 29 or 24 sometimes. So yeah. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to have the background set to black, and I'm going to draw our circles. So for now, I'm just going to focusing on the inner circle, the big one. And that's what I'm going to do. Let's start making our circle. Right, so I'm going to take our ellipse tool, create our circle. Make sure this is centered, hit Y. Make sure the anchor point is centered and the circle is centered. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a fast blur to this. So let's just go to fast blur. And so the premise of this effect is really simple, right? You'd have your plate, which controls the actual design, and you pre-compose this. So let's do an example of this. So I'm going to set my amount to around there. It's fine, around 48. And in order to get that effect, I'm just going to add a turbulence displacement. Turbulent displacer. And you can animate that over time if you want to. You can animate the amount, the size. I just want to animate the size, so yeah, so it's fairly simple. But for now, I'm not going to be using a turbulent displacement. Yeah, so we're going to pre-compose this first and call it our map, right? And so our map is what's going to be used to drive the effect. So I'm going to add my background, add a white solid. This will be my background. Just rename it BG. And I'm going to add, just lock that. I'm going to add an adjustment layer on top, on the bottom rather, and then I'm going to add a caustics. So the caustics is what's going to be used to drive, to reference the wave map. So the caustic references the map to drive the effect. I'll just show you in a minute. So caustics. The first thing I'm going to do is here I'm going to reference bottom, right? Or rather water. I'm going to reference the map. Okay, that's not it. It's bottom, reference the map. I think that's it, if I'm not wrong. And then I'm going to do a background of white. Right, so let's just animate our map with a slight scale, with the pulsating scale. We're going to animate that and make it and make it loop. So loop out, I can't remember this effect for the loop out, so I'm just going to let's undo that, and I'm going to copy this over time, so, and then just have it animate for a while. So obviously an easier way would be to add the loop out expression, but I have it saved somewhere and I'm not going to go through it. So I just want to give you an example, right? Right. So as you can see, it'll take some time to buffer, but yeah, it's animating. So let's go to our caustics. Let me just rename this caustics, and we're going to go through some settings in our caustics. I'm going to leave the scaling to 1, the blur at 0, and I'm going to increase this a bit. And I've just seen that my caustic seems a bit inverted because of this shadow, and that has to do with a bit of the settings, either in lighting, and yeah. So I'm going to reference this, the bottom as my background, so BG. And let's go to smoothing. So I'm going to increase the smoothing because of that, right? And you'll see that it will sort that out, right? And that's it. You can go through the settings and tweak it to however you like it. In my case, I did a bit of turbulence displacement on mine, and the cycle through of the small circles, the middle, were made with an effect called radio. So I'll just add an adjustment layer called these radio waves, and I'm just gonna add the effect called radio waves to my adjustment layer, and I'm going to have it at the bottom, have the color to white, add a blur to it. Just gonna copy my blur that I have here, add it here, and this is how that looks like. You could change the size of it because this is quite small, and you can just tweak the settings. And if I can find the size, render quality, where's size? So end width. I think it's around here somewhere. But yeah, you guys get the idea basically. If you tweak the size and have it, let's see, somewhere. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. So something like that. And then you have your ripples. If you want them to bounce in the borders, you can have that in the settings. And that's basically how I made this here. So if you're a big fan of the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. I will be doing another session with One Creative and posting it here. In the meantime, I still have to finish some of the client work that I have. And yeah, please subscribe and turn on bell notifications, and follow us on Instagram also. Oh, if I forget that as well. Follow us on Instagram. You can follow me on my Instagram or at Design Jam Session, if I can find that. Follow us on Design Jam Session. I will be posting snippets of the the sessions we have. And yeah, that's quite it. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good day.